Today we're going to be talking about creating a section for your Substack publication. So you're going to go to your main publication, you're going to click Dashboard, and then we are going to go to the Settings section, and then we are going to go to the Sections section, and we are going to add a publication. And from here, we want to add a piece of artwork that's at least 256 pixels by 256 pixels. You're going to create a section title. Keywords are important here. Sections are created as content pillars. In the old days when we were doing blogging, you'd want to have your blog set up in a way that had content pillars of between 3 and 5. And those were the sections that you would create your content to fit into. And then we have tags, which work to like categories on a blog. And the tags allow you to create different pages for your sections. But content can be in one section, but the tag pulls it into a different page breakout, I guess is the best way to describe it. So we'll talk about tags in another video, but just understand that when you're creating sections and tags both work together, and they all work underneath the two categories that you chose in the beginning when you set up your publication to start with. So keywords in the title, keywords in the description, keep it short and oriented towards the reader. Enter your sender name. This needs to be your actual name, not your email address. It's what's going to show up on the email in the From section. You can create a new podcast here. Just click the new podcast button and follow the steps for that. And then once you create the section and the podcast, you'll have the option to syndicate it out to Apple and Spotify to connect those accounts to your Substack account, so that whenever you create a new podcast episode, it'll automatically get sent out to Apple and Spotify and all the other places. And if you create video posts, you'll also have the option to send that out as a podcast if you're putting it in this section when you create the thing. So the last step is to make sure that you're adding all new subscribers by default, and that you all of your email list that's currently people who are currently subscribers, that they get added to this section as well. It is possible to only subscribe to certain sections of a Substack newsletter. So that's something to keep in mind as you're creating your sections, and as you're joining other people's newsletters, you can just subscribe to some of their sections, not all of their sections. So then you just hit create section, and if you've created a podcast at the same time, it's going to show up. And if you're just creating a section for your Substack, you'll have your new section created. And then you're going to want to go over to websites. Oh, we're going to hit cancel here. That's what's going on. And in your settings, if you click on Appearance Website, come on, you'll have the option to add this to your front page, which is what we're trying to do here. There we go. So you want to edit your theme. And you can add another feature block by going between two blocks that exist, and let's say click here to add a block. And then in order to get a section, you're going to want to add a feature block. So like the Monetize Your Mission Mastermind is a feature block. Amplify and Monetize on Substack is a different section, feature block. And these little banners between them are subscribe blocks, and you can also add those in. Okay, so that's going to do it for this video, and we'll catch you on the next one where we're talking about tags. Be sure to join our community over on Skool It's the U World Order, where we talk about Substack. And we have a Notes Boost section where we help each other by commenting and liking on notes that we're posting. And it's very helpful to people. I'll put the link to join us in the description below.